guys, so we just got in from, we did a lot today. We went to winter, like a Santa's village thing. It was really cool. We showed up early in the morning. It started to rain, but we were able to get a lot of stuff done, and it wasn't packed with people. They had like free ornaments that the kids made. You make sugar cookies, color. We took pictures with like Hawaiian props. The kids got to see Santa. We saw like some elves. They played some games, went through a bounce house. Anyways, now we're back home. I have a lot of stuff to pick up, and we went grocery shopping. So I have a grocery haul for you guys. It was way under budget today this time. I do need to go back for a few things. I'm gonna be cooking a big dinner for Christmas Eve, and there are some produce items I need for that, and there's some produce items I need for meals that are towards the end of next week. So I didn't want to get those today because I did go grocery shopping 3 days earlier than I had originally planned to. And then I need to go back and get milk and buttermilk. So the buttermilk that they had was, the date on it was December 17th. Today's December 13th, and I need that buttermilk for a recipe for Christmas Eve. So it would be bad. So I didn't get that today. So I'll go back and get that. Milk, I got one milk today, and the date on it is December 29th, and it's 1%. I like skim milk. All their skim milks had, like, their dates were the 15th to the 24th. No, not even. I think it was the 15th to the 19th. Anyways, so I'm going to have to go back, and I'll go back like on Tuesday, and hopefully they'll have like, you know, the new milk in there with a later date. So I need to go get 2 more milks. I need to go in and get more, 2 different varieties of some cheese. I'm going to make a little cheese tray one night. So I need to go in for that to get the cheese blocks. And then they were out of almond extract and they were out of vanilla extract. I am assuming, and they were also out of the cookie icing that I wanted. I'm assuming that it might have to do with the Santa's Village and with the fact that the elementary school that's on base just did this huge like gingerbread cookie thing where everybody made a gingerbread cookie in kindergarten. I think in 1st grade as well, but definitely in kindergarten. So I'm guessing that's why a lot of the ingredients that I need for gingerbread cookies and decorating them is missing, and why vanilla and almond extract is missing. I'm assuming those 2 events have caused this issue. Anyways, so I need to go back and get almond and extract and vanilla and hope, fingers crossed, they have some. They did have huge bottles of vanilla. So worst comes to worst, I'll just get a big bottle. But the almond extract, I don't know. I guess I could substitute maybe for hazelnut and it might taste good. But I really need almond extract. So I'll go back for that. I also need to go back for French bread. I'm going to make bruschetta. And I like to get that like just a day or 2 before. I could make French bread with my bread maker. But French bread bought at the store is just easier for right now. So I need to go back and get that. And then I need to go back and get cupcakes for little Larry's birthday. We're going to bring cupcakes into his class. So I'll have to get that like a day or 2 before then. So I will go again then. And we've got about $50 left in our grocery budget. And that'll be plenty for some cheese, some milk, some buttermilk, vanilla, almond extract, and cupcakes, French bread, and then some what do you call it? Produce. That'll be plenty for that. So we were way under. We have a few things that weren't on our list, and I will show those to you. But let's get started. Okay, so cereal. I picked up Golden Grams this week, more so because I wanted it. And I had a couple days ago, I guess I should have told you guys this. Okay, so my grocery budget this time was $340 for this paycheck because of Christmas and because of some play dates little Larry's having. We also have to bring some things into his class. So we did go to the grocery store 2 days ago, and we spent about $58, I think it was $58 and some change, so just under $60. So we got like napkins and candy canes and some little things that we could get that weren't going to spoil, that were on the list. And when we went that day, I went ahead and got a big box of, why can't I talk today? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So we went today, I just needed 1 box of cereal, and I decided on the Golden Grams more because I wanted them. Got some borax. Little Larry wants to make some slime, and he has said he saw a video on YouTube on how to make it. And I looked up on Pinterest and a recipe, and it needed borax. It also needed, was it this? Oh, this was for this conditioner. I just needed a cheap conditioner that smelled good for, we're gonna make fake snow. Then baking soda. I can't remember if it was for, the baking soda was for the slime or for the play snow. Anyways, got some crackers. Gonna be using these for that cheese and meat tray with crackers. 1 thing of milk. I had to get 1%. I like to get skim, but yeah, so just got the skim milk was gonna be bad fast. I got some white chocolate chips. I needed white, like candying, like, you know, the little wafers, but they didn't have them at the commissary, and I was not gonna shop all over because I had already been to Target and Walmart. So I got these. I figured I'll just melt these and have them and dip my little snowmen that I'm making in this. These are little mini Oreos. These are the snowmen's little hats. I'm gonna be making little like cake ball type things, kind of like a cake pop, but there's no stick in it, for little Larry's play date. Picked up some popcorn. Oh, this wasn't on the list. Okay, pretend you didn't see that. Whoopsies. Okay, so got some foil. Picked up 1 loaf of white bread. This is for the freezer. I like to stock up and have some in the freezer. So this is for the freezer because we have some out and we have a homemade loaf right now. I wanted potato bread because I'm going to be making my mother-in-law's chicken salad recipe next week or the week after, I think. Anyways, I like it on potato bread, but they didn't have any left. I didn't see even where there was a spot for it. So Hawaiian bread is good too. So I grabbed that. Got a small pack of detergent because I am running low on my Tide, but because I didn't want to spend a ton of money, I just grabbed this was like $4 in the commissary. So, and I've used these before and I like them, so I just grabbed a small thing of that just to, in case we run out. I grabbed a Pam coconut oil, love that stuff. Grabbed a pack of some toilet paper. It was really weird. This was only $3, and this is good toilet paper. Like, it's soft, it's thick, it's not like single ply or anything. I usually get this. Sometimes I get, I forget the other one, but I really like Charmin. But lately, they haven't had any like small packs of Charmin in there. They've been all huge, and they're like, you know, $17. So it's just me and the 2 kids. So I just got that for this time, and it was so cheap. I was like, okay. Got a thing of flour, just a lot of baking coming up. I have 1 new pack in the pantry, but this was on sale for $1 and some change. So I was like, well, might as well get it while I'm here. We're going to be making some little snowman pizzas during Larry's Playdate. Got a Coca-Cola. This is for Christmas Eve. We invited some people over, and if they, I haven't talked to them but about it, but if they do show up and they do decide they can come for Christmas Eve dinner, I want to have some soda options available. I drink water most of the time, but wanted to have those available. I got Miracle Whip. I think that Miracle Whip is disgusting. However, it is, my mother-in-law puts it in her chicken salad recipe. Not a ton of it, very little bit of it. It is mostly mayonnaise in it. But so I grabbed that because that's in the recipe. I got some sliced black olives. This is also for the snowman pizza that I was talking about. A little sweet, what are they called? Sweet midgets. They're like little mini sweet pickles. That's for the chicken salad recipe as well. I got some minced garlic because it was on my list. My camera is really fuzzy. Sorry, guys. I got some fettuccine and it was on sale, so I went ahead and grabbed 2 because it was super cheap and we eat it. So also, if the people that I invited 3 couples over, and if they come over, they all have kids, so I wanted to have extra fettuccine in case they RSVP last minute, and then I don't want to be running to the store. Picked up some white cake mix. This is for wedding cake cupcakes I'm going to make, which is why I need the almond extract, so hopefully I do find that next week. This is the only meat I got this week, because I did get pork the other day. Got these boneless, skinless chicken breast fillets for the chicken salad, and I'm going to make chicken franchise on Christmas Eve. So we needed 1 for that. I think I'm going to divide these up though. I think this one I'll use for Christmas Eve, so that'll stay put. But this one, I think I'm going to divide in 2 and use these 2. Actually, there's 3 here. These 3 for the chicken salad, and I'll hold on to these 2 because I could always split those and make a meal out of those, like maybe chicken parmesan or something. So got those. They were $7.92, which chicken breast here is so expensive. It's ridiculous, but it is cheaper at the commissary, so I should be grateful. But I got these because the other kind were really thin and they were bigger, but they were very thin and they were the same price and they only came 2 in a pack. So I was like, well, we'll get these big ones and give those a try. Okay, then on the topic of things being missing from the grocery store, they were missing so many of the ingredients I needed for gingerbread cookies. So I got this. I actually bought a sugar dough sheet and another gingerbread sheet the other day. They also have chocolate flavored available. I got this because I just wasn't finding all my ingredients I needed. So I picked those up for the kids to use to make their gingerbread cookies. Picked up some writing gel. These ones specifically are for the snowman little cake balls I'm making, but they'll work on the gingerbread cookies too. They were out of cookie icing, so I picked up these 2 Cinnabon flavor Betty Crocker icing. I could make my own cookie icing, but these are way easier and also really easy to use for the kids. And I already have the little plastic tips because I picked those up the other day as well. As 2 other, not Cinnabon ones, they were like tube ones. But anyways, I'll go back and see if they have cookie icing later next week. I'll just get 1 or 2, but if not, it's fine. I also picked up this green cupcake icing. I figure it'll be fine for the cookies. And it's got the tips and it's green. So it's a Christmas color in case they need it. I got some other ones in my pantry too. Picked up some buttermilk Eggo waffles. I like to just have these on hand in case we run out of milk, run out of cereal, and I don't want to have to run to the grocery store. I like to have a frozen breakfast option for the kids available. I got a family size pack of Oreo cookies, which are for those little cake balls that I'm making that are going to be shaped like little snowmen. I picked up another Swiss Miss Marshmallow Madness. We were jingled the other day, which I talked about in my vlog, and we did jingle 2 other neighbors where it's kind of like if you've ever been booed around Halloween. Somebody drops off like a treat on your doorstep and then you have to do it to 2 other neighbors. So we were jingled the other day, so we did that, and then we started one called that was You've Been Elfed, and we did little gift baskets. And then late last night, we had a snowball thrown at us is what it was called, and it was I think it was snowballed. I don't know. It's on our door. Anyways, and it was the person that did it to us just put in they put in a couple packs in a mason jar of hot chocolate and some crushed up candy cane. It was really cute. So I think we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to return the favor because we were snowballed. So now we have to finish it. So we have now done 2, 4, 6 of these things this year. So hopefully nobody else gets us because that's enough. So I got these to do a little mason jar, like hot chocolate treat thing. Got some eggs. There's a lot of baking coming up, and I have about half of my 18 pack left in my fridge. So I got some more. Got some cream cheese for those cake balls I was talking about. Got some sour cream to go with a meal next week. I got some homestyle, it's the Sun Pulp Tropicana orange juice. This is good until January 19th, but it's for Christmas morning, so I went ahead and picked that up. Then I got 2 bottles of wine. These were from Walmart. I was so bummed because I drove all the way to Walmart to get the XOG wine by Juliana Rancic because on the website it said that Walmart had it in stock. I went there and I could not find it. So I was like, well, I'll just pick 2 other ones. And I think I've said this before. I like a nicer wine, like nothing crazy cheap. The Barefoot wine was like $4, and then they have like a Red Oak wine, which is like the Walmart brand wine. That's like $3, and I was like, no, I need to find something else. So I found these 2. I know this was a good one. I've had this one before. It's a pineapple wine. So I grabbed this. This is $9 on base, and it was, I think, $11 at Walmart, but I went ahead and got it because I was there. Then I picked this one up. This one was, I think, $13, and it's the Stella Rosso, and it's a semi-sweet, and it's a red wine. So I grabbed that. I feel like that $10 to $15 range, or even $10 to $20 range, is like a good moderate like wine, good go-to for the most part. I feel like anything over like $40 or $50 is kind of silly, unless it's like a bottle of Dom and it's champagne or something like that. But as far as wine goes, I like to stay in that sort of sweet spot of like $15-ish. Anywhere from 10 to 20 though, I feel confident, like, okay, this is going to be an okay wine. Anyways, so although that's not true if you're over in Europe, because I lived in Spain for a couple years and the wine is so insanely cheap and so good there. And then you come back here and you try to look for the same wine and it's like insanely expensive. So, but anyways, for the most part, when I'm buying wine for like an event or a get together or for a girls' night, or if somebody's stopping by, or if I'm gonna bring it to somebody's house, I like to kind of get something that's at least like around $10 or more, just so that it's like a decent wine. And it's like, oh, you don't show up and you're like, oh, here's a $4 bottle of wine. Do you know what I mean? No? Okay. Anyways, also had juice on my list. I was gonna get apple juice, but my kids don't really drink juice, honestly. They drink water and milk for the most part. I was mainly just getting this in case for Larry's play day, and then in case any other friends come over or anything. I wanted to have a juice option, and this was cheaper than a tiny thing of apple juice. It was like $1.99, so I grabbed it. Got some breadsticks. This is to dip in the Alfredo sauce that we're going to be having on Christmas Eve. Picked up some pepperoni for the little pizzas we're going to make. Then I picked up some hard salami and another pepperoni. This is for my cheese tray. I normally prefer like the chorizo, not the like Mexican style chorizo, like the Spanish type of chorizo where it's like this. It's like a stick you cut it off of. And I wanted the Italian like hard salami, and I wanted to like, you know, slice it nicely and everything. But because I wasn't sure who else coming over, I was like, I don't want to spend $7 on each little thing of meat and then not have it get eaten. And I like this kind, so I grabbed this one just to make it easy and cheap, and I'm gonna get good cheese. So that's for that tray. Then I got a bunch of mozzarella cheese. This is for the Alfredo sauce, for the pizza, for something else. I don't know. I'm always buying cheese. Shredded cheese, which I know I shouldn't. I should just shred it myself, but this is so convenient, and this brand is really cheap. I got some of these Penguin nuggets. I got these last time I went grocery shopping. I think it was the last time. Anyways, the kids really liked them, so I grabbed those. Grabbed some sliced strawberries for little Larry because he loves to snack on those. Okay, and then I'll show you what I got that wasn't on my list. I got 2 little eggs that were shaped kind of like Santa, and they had Skittles in them for the kids because they did really good in the grocery store. It has been crazy in our grocery store. Like I told you, they've been running out of things left and right, like shelves empty. And I prefer to go to the commissary because it's cheaper. There is another commissary that if I have to on Wednesday, I will go drive out there to get what I need to get, or check and see if they have it, because I need to go out that way on Wednesday anyway. But the one here on base, they've just been running out of stuff lately, and their debit and credit card machines have been down, so it's been cash or check only for most of the time. And then sometimes they have 2 registers open for credit and debit cards. Well, I always use cash for the most part, so that's fine, but the lines are really crazy in there and there's a lot of confusion. So I've been popping in there early to get things here and there so that I'm not going in there, you know, frantic at the end of next week needing to get things for Christmas. So anyways, but it was nuts in there, and the kids were so good. So they got those little Santa eggs that had Skittles in them. That was their treat. They already ate it. They're long gone. I don't even know where they are. Anyways, so I got those. Then I picked these up because this was $1.20, and I was like, that's really cheap for 3 things of tape. And it's not like I'm ever going to not need tape, right? So I grabbed those. These were on the list. Little Larry asked for these, and I was like, you know what? Those sound good. So yeah, we'll get those. I got popcorn. We switched to back to this kind of popcorn because you get more in here, and the kids like it, and it's fun. And we really like this Orville Redenbacher's popping and topping. We also like the Orville Redenbacher. Is it Orville Redenbacher? Anyway, the little powder you can get to put on stuff. Those are good too. But we like to season this with like Italian seasoning and Parmesan. Really good. Like the powder Parmesan. Anyway, so we got the popping and topping. It's like a buttery flavor. You can use it in the pan to pop these. I don't. I just use vegetable oil. We use this to top it. Then little Larry picked out these Gushers, and I was like, sure, go ahead. I'm telling you, it was nuts in there, and my kids were being insanely good especially considering how nuts it was in there. And I saw so many women that I just wanted to help, and I did help a couple ladies out. The one lady that was behind me had a little boy, and he was just having a breakdown, and I've been there. All babies do it. I don't care who you are. All kids do that. Have bad days in the store. And I know there are people out there that are like, well, they shouldn't take him to the store then. You know what? You don't know. Like sometimes you gotta get to the store and you're just gonna have to take your kids with you because you don't have somebody to babysit them. And like for me, we don't have a babysitter. I've always left them with family. Like I would say 2 or 3 times we've left them with really good friends. But we don't have anyone here yet that we're ready to leave our kids with, really, for the most part. So we don't have a babysitter, so I understand. And you know what? Sometimes you just don't want to have to leave your kid with a babysitter because it's a little bit scary these days. And the like daycare on base, the drop-in isn't always open, and it's not open on the weekends. So people, I hate when people say like, well, you shouldn't be in the store with them. Well, you know what? Like, you got to go to the store sometimes, and you just have to have your kids with you. Anyways, so her son was like breaking down. He was losing it. So I was helping her put stuff on the conveyor belt, and my kids sat still the entire time, and she was like, oh my God, how do you get them to behave? And I told her, I was like, you know what? I was like, let me know when you find out, because 2 days ago, this could have been me in here. Like, my kids have bad days too. So anyways, my kids were incredibly good. So I got them pick out stuff. Lincoln picked these out. I was a little bit bummed because these don't have a box top. Oh, but it does have a, oh no, it doesn't. I don't know what that is. It doesn't have box tops, but he wanted Spider-Man, so whatever. And then my coffee was not on the list, but Starbucks was so packed that I was like, oh, we'll just go over to McDonald's. Anyways, I'm going to put this stuff away. This is my grocery haul, and I will see you guys later.